How goes the family? How goes it? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys having a great and exceptional Friday. Alrighty, so today's rant, it's been a minute since I've done my rants, and today's rant is going to be talking about basically, I'm from the DMV area. You don't know what that is, that's Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, all connecting by the Potomac Ocean and all that good stuff. Alright, now, because it's such a big population of people who have done a great job of serving in the military, a great population of people who have some sort of a connection with the federal government. Is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. But my problem is with me being a native of the DMV area, I can speak on this. Is people love to debate and debate and debate and debate politics like it's nobody's business. 9 times out of 10, whether they're voting Democrat, Republican, or Independent, they're not going to the Hill to lobby to get actual legislation done and things of that nature. They just like to watch Fox News and CNN, and it makes them feel good and warm and tingly inside, like they got a brand new puppy or a brand new baby, and they love to go on about debating politics. I don't care what side you vote for. I don't care if you don't vote. I'm with the Green Party, meaning the economic party. That's the party that I vote for. It means the only time you're going to see me have a debate and an argument with somebody is about how can I increase income and increase assets and increase my health and things of that nature. Hey, maybe even increase, having better relationships with family members and other people because, relationships is a form of currency at the same time, not just generating money. That's my whole thing. But a lot of people like to debate, especially on social media, over things that have nothing to do with everyday life and everything in regards to really having a specific, real change to your everyday life. And it just makes me laugh. And as a native of the DMV area, I'm here to say I don't care. If you're going to vote Republican, you're going to vote Democrat, I don't care. I'm all about every day I work towards the economics of it all, learning and studying and implementing economic strategies, whether it's with cryptocurrencies, whether it's in the stock market, whether it's with me selling products in my business, whether it's me trying to find rental properties. That's my focus. So I made this video basically to let people know out there on social media that want to debate this stuff. You're arguing with a brick wall because this wall shall not be moved in that aspect. All right. Now, and another thing to my DMV, this is really a video for my DMV people. Last night I had a lot of my folks in Woodbridge, Virginia that came on. So, but it is what it is. But I will say with all sincerity that if you live in Northern Virginia, specifically if you live in Prince William County, one thing I'm going to say with sincerity, especially if you own real estate or if you have a business, you're sitting on a possible gold mine. Not only are you in a great position because you're close to Washington, D.C., within a 35, 40-minute radius, you're close to a multitude of jobs and close to two of the most richest counties in the country, not just the state of Virginia, from Loudoun County to Fairfax County, but Prince William County, if you reside there, which is known as Dale City, Woodbridge, Lake Ridge, all that good stuff, you're sitting on a gold mine for one specific reason. The Washington team used to be known as the Redskins, now known as the Commanders. Don't care about football, so I'm not going to debate the name of the team or whatnot. It doesn't interest me whatsoever. But what does interest me is that the Washington Commanders are going to be getting a new stadium. Now, it could be possibly in Maryland, but now it could be possibly in Virginia. And one area in particular is in Prince William County. A specific area in Prince William County known as Potomac Shores or whatnot. If you don't know where that is, check it out. It's basically Potomac Shores is right next to a VRE station. It's right next to. It's not that far from actual Route One. That's US One as they call it and whatnot. It's near Telegraph Road, and it's in a crazy area. To even think to put it in that specific area, I think it's kind of insane. But hey, I'm not the one making the decisions because the traffic is already bad all over Northern Virginia, especially in Prince William County, because there's a little dirt lot. They're going to put something on it from a commercial standpoint or from a residential standpoint. That's just what it is. However, the potential of the stadium, a football stadium, NFL football stadium being put in this specific area is going to do one thing for the people who own businesses and people who own real estate, bring the property values up. So I'm really making this video to say Stop worrying about debating politics and whatnot, and start focusing on the economics, what's happening in your backyard, to my DMV people. Now, I know Prince George's County and in Maryland, they're going to continuously fight this. And honestly, I'm very surprised that they're even thinking about bringing the stadium to Prince William County, because at least in PG County, one thing is the proximity to DC is much closer compared to Prince William County. One. Two, PG County has more metro lines. Prince William County has no metro lines. So there you have it. Even with the VRE and all that good stuff. And I would imagine, even if they wanted to finally get a metro line, they've been talking about it forever, but will there be implementation? Who the heck knows? But finally, if there is an actual metro line, I just don't see it happening, being done fast enough for them to actually put the new stadium in Prince William County. But you never know. Things could work itself out the way that they, do the math with the engineering and the contracts and all that good stuff, and where they're going to put it at and all that. It'd be interesting. But I will say with all sincerity to my DMV people is stop worrying about debating politics so much, unless you actually work on the Hill and actually getting paid by a senator or a congressman, or you work at the White House. That's cool, because then you're actually getting paid to do this stuff every day. My mindset is we should be more focused on arguing about things that's going to help us have a come up, instead of just being stagnated and whatnot. Because half the time, and I'm just going to say it now, most working people, when they're complaining about politics, they just sound like little whiny kids. I'm just going to keep it real. I heard somebody yesterday complaining, and he might as well, grown man with 3 kids and a wife, he might as well should have had some Similac and a freaking bottle in his mouth and whatnot, because all he was doing was whining and whining and whining. Yes, we know the gas prices suck, yeah, but to do we know it sucks, but that's life. Nothing's going to stay the same. That's why I said this is not a game. This is why you got to have multiple streams of income, because you just never know when your life is going to change. The Gen Xers, the baby boomers, and the generation before them, they were the last generation to have that beautiful opportunity to be comfortable and stagnated in one job for the rest of their lives, because they had pension plans, they had jobs, it was normal to get more raises and cash awards and things of that nature. And not to say it's millennials and the generation on down that do not have those opportunities, but to the people that do not come from homes where insurance policies were passed down, stocks, bonds, real estate, and businesses were passed down, and things of that nature, and you're starting from square one, you got to be able to have multiple streams of income, and you got to have currency of people that are talking about things in regards to how you can make money, how you can grow your money, and how you can get more assets, and how you can get more tax write-offs and things of that nature. Because that needs to be the new norm. I love the fact, especially in the African American community, that this is becoming the new norm of conversation, and it needs to stay that way. Because we got too many stupid distractions out there in regards to what's happening on TikTok and what some celebrity says and all this other nonsense. Who cares? That celebrity is good financially, well paid off and whatnot. We between the freaking pandemic, between the freaking war that's happening right now, or whatever you want to call it, between Ukraine and Russia, and between the gas prices and food prices and supply chain issues happening all at the same time, nobody has time to be basic in 2022 anymore. And I'm going to continuously say that with sincerity. I chose the Vegas background because I usually do that when I'm making my point in regards to, if you're only making money 40 hours a week, you're literally gambling your life away. You might as well be at the craps table and whatnot. You're gambling your life away. You're gambling your children's life away. You're gambling the future generations of your family's life away. You cannot afford to be basic anymore. And the thing is, in 2022, and I said this to the guy that was crying like a baby, doing all that nonsense. I said, if you're going to let an immigrant out hustle you, then you deserve everything you get. That's all I got to say. One thing I can say, and most people can say that now in 2022, growing up in the DMV, I saw a lot of people, they might have had 10 or 15 people living in one house or one apartment, but they were buying assets as the years went on, buying different trucks, businesses, franchises, real estate. They were putting their dollars together and whatnot. They were living below their means. It might have looked like they were living like crap. It might have looked ghetto and whatnot. It might have been driving the biggest buckets on the planet. But the family aspect was not only just taking care of each other, because that's what you're supposed to do. You don't get credit for what you're supposed to do. Always quote Chris Rock. You don't get credit for paying your bills, take care of your kids, being a good spouse. That's what you're supposed to do. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. It's very certain things in life are very black and white, and then obviously there is a lot of gray. I'm not going to say that there isn't, but when it comes to family, it's very black and white in regards to you have kids, you take care of them, you get married, you take care of your spouse, you're in a relationship, you're faithful, all that good stuff. You have a job, you maintain your job, you have a business, you grow your business. These are basic things. You're supposed to do it. You don't get credit for it. But I will say with all sincerity that nobody has time to be basic in 2022 and going forward. Because you think things are crazy now, give it another 5 or 10 years and you'll see where things happen. Think where things are at in the United States and across the world. All right. So on that note, family, hopefully y'all have a good night. Do the great 3 free things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And as I always say, make money moves or you're going to live broke like a fool. Or to quote the great Warren Buffett, if you don't learn how to make money in your sleep, you're going to work until the day you die. All right? It is what it is. Take care, family.